All right. Good morning, good evening, good morning in the United States, and good evening in Africa as well. Good afternoon to the part of the world. I'm a host of Concerned Citizen of South Sudan. Of course, you know my name, Jongkor Mayol. So the reason I came forward this morning, this is an unusual day. I usually don't do, videos and just normal days. You know that I do them on Fridays. But as you can see there, I put actually a title because I want just to make a clarification, because there is a big confusion going on, on the Facebook, since I made a post last week regarding a senior politician, Uncle Aldo Ajou Deng, to come to our live video here. And since there is a big confusion, I thought it's a good idea to come forward, and make clarification. Some people can understand because there is, misconfusion, misunderstanding going on there. So it's good for me to come here, and clarify that for you. So let me begin with this. Concerned Citizen of South Sudan show is a forum for all South Sudanese. It has no affiliation with any particular political organization. None. Concerned Citizen of South Sudan is not sponsored by IO or FDs, political detainees, you call it, or NAS or any political organization whatsoever. I am an independent thinker. I am someone who is concerned, someone who cares about what's going on in our country. That's why I set up this platform. So this platform, actually, I have been inviting many people all across, whether they are rebels or they are government. But actually, it turned out that those who accept our invitation, there are those who are in opposition, in IO, in, FDs, NAS, and so forth. Those are the people actually, and SSUF, those are the ones that accepted our invitation. And that's good for them, because when you invite somebody, actually you expect them to come forward and clarify the point that you are inviting them for, question, and so forth, because we want our people to know what we do. So the notion that people are labeling me or labeling this show that I am an anti-Dinka or I am anti, what's going on in South Sudan, it's not true. We need to disagree, we need to agree to disagree. That's the facts. People should understand that. So now, coming to the point, why I do this. As I said, it was last Friday, I did call a senior politician, Uncle Ajou Deng. As usual, I call my guests. If I want to invite somebody, what I do, I will call them through WhatsApp. And if they answer, I will talk to them. If I know their Facebook, and I will send them messages. And actually, I did. Many people. I invited Tilar Deng Ring before. He accepted, and later he declined. But he called me back, and he said, no, I will not be able to do it. I did invite Majang Agot as well, and he said, no, I cannot do it, and he turned it down. And many more. I did actually invited, the wife of Dr. Yang Mashar, but she said, no, I cannot do it, So there's so many. It has nothing. I invited also Atany, but he ignored it. And that's fine, Everybody has right to come, has right to say no, has right to ignore. That's your right. So what happened on last Friday, okay, after I finished show interviewing, Thomas Chirello, actually I pick up a phone and I call elder politician Uncle Aldo Ajou Deng. And I was lucky enough, to talk to him on the phone. And these are my words. I said, Uncle Aldo Ajou, you have been so gracious on the social media. I have been seeing you embrace the social media. You write an article, you interacted with people. So I get that encouraged. That's why I want to invite you to come to our show. Many questions has been raised regarding the Gen Council of Elders, which is you are a member of. The other thing, you have acquired more skill because you have been working with the government in the north for a very long time. So actually, my interest is to bring you so you can interact with the people of South Sudan. Particularly, to answer some questions regarding the Gen Council of Elders. Uncle Aldo Ajou, without hesitation, he said, actually, I like the Facebook. And Facebook actually is a good way to get your message across quickly. All right? So on that, I walk him through. We're going to do an interview. I will have some question. But first, I want you to add me on your Facebook so we don't have any technicality, when we conduct the show. And he said, oh, that's fine. And this is the quote from Aldo Ajou Deng. This is the quote that he said. I tell him I'm going to have more questions and people will have questions as well. And he said, I will answer all the questions without any hesitation. I will answer all the questions without any hesitation. This is what he told me over the phone. And I said, well, I'm glad that we made it through. Thank you so much. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you a request one more time. I want you to accept that request on the Facebook so we can become a friend. And then when we have a Friday to conduct that show, we are not going to have any technical problem. And he agreed. Another question that I asked Uncle Aldo Ajou, I said, I usually make a poster because we become a big forum. And this forum, South Sudanese come and listen and, and they contribute. So now, would you mind if I make a poster and I would put a title and your name and whatever, post is the position that you hold before, and then your picture. So those people who don't know you, they will be able to, to be familiar who is coming on that particular day. And he said, of course, absolutely, no problem. So based on that, I went ahead, my dear brothers and sisters, and make a poster on the next day. I didn't make a poster on Friday. I make a poster on Saturday. So you can count with me. We made a poster and we agree the show we're gonna go on Friday. And then you have Saturday, you have Sunday, you have Monday, and you have Tuesday. So Tuesday morning, United States time, and it was, I believe, evening in Africa, in Nairobi time, where he resides. So I saw a message actually underneath the poster. I saw a message underneath of the poster saying that actually I really thank invitation by Jongkor Mayol, you know, on the social media. But at this moment, there's a lot of words there, you know. I will be more than happy to do, you know, an opinion, writing, something like that. So it looked like things had changed here. So based on what I read, I get a little bit confused because Uncle Aldo Ajou didn't call me to, you know, to tell me that, hey, I'm going to cancel the interview with you, Jongkor. So what I need to do here, I want to let you know. He went ahead and made a comment on the poster. So based on that, I didn't write to conclusion. I didn't answer on the poster. So I picked up the phone yesterday and I called him. And I said, well, Uncle Aldo Ajou, what happened? Did you change your mind? What's going on? Because I saw you wrote a comment under the poster. Did you change your mind? You're not going to come to the poster? Because walk me through to understand, you know, what's going on. And he said, yes, I'm not going to do a random interview. What do you mean random interview, Uncle? Yeah, I'm not going to do random interview. Well, when I came and I talked to him, it was random interview. We're going to conduct interview. We're going to have questions. You're going to have interact with the people. And, well, no problem. If that's your choice, you change your mind, no problem. And then we went a little bit, you know, I'm not going to talk about this, about the 2080 state. That's how we get so frustrated, why people have to write about the 2080 state. That's Gen Council of Elders have created it. And at the same time, you know, they did not want to talk about the 21 state that Riek Machar proposed. And I said, well, that's not, it's going to be our issue right now. If you don't want it to come, it's okay, no problem. We call a day. So, dear brothers and sisters, based on those information, I went ahead and take down the poster because the guest now, he's not going to show. The guest is not going to come. Why would I keep the poster then? It's an obvious, you know, you have to take down the poster. So I took down the poster. By taking down the poster, actually, and he made a comment underneath that poster, everything is disappeared. The poster that I made and his comment. Right? So now I have seen 4 hours ago that Uncle Aldo Ajou Deng, he made a comment that actually we did block his comment. He did block his comment. We did not block his comment. Like I said, I want to clarify this point to him. And I believe he's watching right now. So I did not block any comment to you, your comment. This is what happened. You should have write your decline or whatever you call it on your wall and then tag me, and then everybody can see it. But actually, by putting your comment underneath the poster, when I took down the poster, it take everything with it because though all these comments they are under the posters. So that's what happened on the Facebook. So nobody whatsoever have blocked your comment. I did not block your comment. All right, and I still, you know, invite you, like what you say, what you did now. You wrote a comment and you wrote a comment on your wall and you tagged me, and it's clear now. Everybody can see it from there. But the reason you don't see the comment that you wrote yesterday, because they were underneath of my poster, and I have to take the poster down because you are no longer a guest on the program. So that's what happened. So I want to clarify that to our viewers so they can understand. I know that Uncle Aldo Ajou Deng, he wrote a comment today, but those comments actually are not, you know, I was not expecting, you know, they can come from him, you know, the word mob and all this word mob, you know, behind Jongkor. I don't know what it is. He's an elder and we respect him, and I still have respect for him. I know that a lot of people actually, they get agitated. They don't like what we do because some people, they don't want the facts. They don't want the facts to go out. They don't want us. And some people actually, they have their own thing. When they see you doing really well, you know, they are not happy with it. I would put it there. There are some jealous people actually. That's simply, you know. There are some. They will come and talk to me and say, oh, well, you're doing good, brother, and all these things. And behind the scene, they are doing weird thing. But It's not my thing today. It's not my topic anyway. But what I wanted to clarify here, Inu, we did not block your comment. We took the poster down, and then by taking the poster down, and you wrote underneath that poster, that's why your comment disappeared. Okay, and I advise you still have an opportunity. Like you said, if you wanted to come to make an opinion on our show, you are more than welcome. Actually, it would have been good. Okay, because for many months, those who support the government, they have been arguing with me that why I don't invite the government official, why I don't invite those who lean to a government. That's why I took this step, and many times I invited many people. Like I said before, I invited Tenwagatan, but he turned it down. I invited Tilar, he turned it down. I invited many people more, but they did turn it down, and I made it clear this forum is not belong to any rebels group or any other political organization. I am an independent-minded South Sudanese. So I want to make that clear. And people are trying to label me saying that, oh, he's an anti-Dinka. I myself, I am a Dinka. But it turned out that I disagree with the policies, that's the government is moving. So if I disagree with the policies of government, doesn't mean that I am anti-Dinka. Because Dinka is not a government and government is not a Dinka. You need to understand that, from the point of view. A lot of people keep mixing. I know some people here, they keep mixing. They don't know what is the difference between the Dinka and the government and the government and the Dinka. And the government and the Dinka and the government and the SPLM and the Dinka and the SPLM, they put all things together. They think President Kiir is the Dinka. President Kiir is the SPLA. President Kiir is the country Zato. But that's wrong, actually. We need to differentiate between those two things. Those three things, they are all different. Dinka is a tribe. Kiir is the president. SPLM is a party. South Sudan is a country for all people. So if you disagree with me, don't label me, please. And I see a lot of people, they are labeling me, oh, he's an anti-Dinka, he's just, anti-government, he's anti all these things. Where I came from? I came from the Dinka that you're from too, right? I am. But like I said, it turned out that I have disagreement for the policy, because this policy, they are not taking our country everywhere. They are dividing people more and more and more. And that's why we have created this forum, so we can interact together and have different opinion and how our country can be rescued. So please, Uncle Aldo Ajou, nobody block your comment. Like I said, I made it clear, and I think if you are watching this video, just get it from me, and that's what it is. If you wanted to write another one, go ahead and write it on your wall and tag me, and everybody will see it, and nobody's gonna block it. But actually, if you write a comment underneath of any poster, when someone who made that poster take the poster down, the comment are likely to be disappear, and that's what happened. And there is no way that I can keep the poster and you are no longer going to show up on our show, right? So I thought I should come out and clarify this to the people, and those who think that, we have been sponsored by G10 or being sponsored by IO, you are wrong. And please, be mindful and do the right thing. Let us disagree. Let us agree to disagree, but do not just think about destroying and think that way. Another point that I want to mention to you, Uncle Aldo Ajou actually was excited to come here to speak to the people of South Sudan. But we have the issue of judgment. Issue of judgment in our country always is a problem. He agreed, but all of a sudden, people around him, including the family, and the government, actually they are the one that put him under enormous pressure, led to he change his position. But actually, he was excited to come because I talked to him and he said he will answer the question without any hesitation. So I know that. That's why we have a lot of confusion in our country. President Kiir can make a decision today, and those people around him will come tomorrow and say, no, this is not the way because it's not serving our interests. And then all of a sudden, thing will change. And you can see that. That's what happened exactly. I invited Uncle Ajou to come to the show, and all of a sudden, after 4 days later, the group, people who are around him just say, no, this is not a good idea. I don't know why they fear. And actually coming here, you will clarify yourself and you will put maybe a vision for a generation to come. Actually, this is a healthy debate and this is a good thing. But unfortunately, because people are confused and they confuse the president and they're confusing themselves and they're still confusing even though those leaders, So it's not a new thing. And I was expecting such a thing will happen. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching this. I don't have a lot, to say. Just, I thought it's a good idea to come out and make that statement so people can understand, what went wrong and why Uncle Aldo Ajou writing this comment. I know there are some people writing hate comment there, about me and whatever, but this is not going to stop, the good thing that we do to our people. So thank you, my dear brothers and sisters. That's the only thing that I can say. All right, thank you. Our show is on Friday. We're gonna have show. We're gonna have different guests as usual. So no worry. Of course, no worries, no worries. I just came out here just to clarify this point so he can understand. You know, the use of social media. When you make a poster and someone comment under that poster, okay, and then if you turn out to take the poster down, all the comment will be gone. That's something that's missing, and I think that's the confusion that Uncle Aldo Ajou has, and I thought it's a good idea to come and clarify this point so he can understand it exactly. But he has right to refuse not to come. He has right to change his mind. No problem with that of all. It's not the first person, you know, to refuse. We have a lot of people, like I mentioned before, and that's his right, you know. So I'm sorry, Jor, you know, this is not a show today. I'm just coming here to make a statement, to clarify things so people can understand exactly. That's what I wanted. So I'm not intent to call people and you know, and have a discussion. So that's my intention. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I am not calling people. It was not intent to do. The intention is just to clarify the point so people can understand. Those who are writing and having their perspective misleading, to understand. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know, Billy. Look, you call it, maybe, I don't know. You call it guilty conscience? Maybe, I don't know. Thank you.